Frank Cho has always been an artist out there who's monetized his haters with his like sexy female drawings, which are over the top and they make you roll your eyes a little bit. But he's leaned into it, which is pretty funny because it just outrages everybody in the industry aside from him. And yet he's still a person who virtue signals to the same leftists in the industry who would cancel him and have canceled him several times. It's a very strange thing. So he's got the derangement, he's got the woke, and he draws pretty women. Oh, joy. So it's such a fine line in the culture these days. And it goes crazy because a lot of the people who are against the woke are really into what I like to call the gooner slop here. And that's exactly what Frank Cho's monetizing. And he's making a ton of money doing it. And that is how you make money in comics. If you go to Kickstarter, anything you look at right now on Kickstarter is going to be this gooner slop where it's like uncensored variant cover, and they're selling that more than they're selling the actual comics. Kickstarter doesn't even really have many comics that are normal comics anymore, and they don't really fund as much as those type of things. It's kind of sad. It goes to show, like usual, how far comics has fallen and how it's not gone away. But Frank Cho has been canceled before, and he's actually, like I said, leaning into it. It's kind of funny, so we're going to cover this because he's made a ton of money over the weekend, and I'm going to show you exactly how. So please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us here as we talk about all things comics. There is a difference in the culture and in comics. It is right here on my Substack. This is where I'm producing books. We're not doing the gooner slop. We're not making woke stuff. We are doing comics and making comics great again. So I'm trying to make real stories that matter with real characters and build them for you guys. And this is my Substack. It's a free speech platform. It's wonderful. Sign up here and I'll just send you new pages for free of Flying Sparks as we're posting them. It's great stuff. And I appreciate you. You can go and read the backstory of 5 almost full issues right now. And by the end of the week, we'll have 5 full issues up. On top of it, I do give behind the scenes content. I do some videos of like a commentary track of each issue for paid subscribers, and I also put up paid just different comics that are exclusives up here as well. I love this, and please get on here. It's a much better way to do things because it's all about reading comics, all about making comics great again. That's what we're doing here. Support our channel, support what we're doing right here on Substack. It's in the description below. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for reading, and thank you for making a new part of this comics culture. So like I said, Frank Cho, because of his drawings, have always gotten just canceled back in the day. And J. Scott Campbell, Blake Norcott came out defending Frank Cho after Comics Alliance, Andrew Wheeler penned a scathing personal attack directed at Cho. Despite best efforts of finger waggers, internet moms, is what Campbell said, overzealous SJWs, which is funny because he's pretty Trump deranged himself. I fervently find myself on the side of Cho on this argument. When I was growing up in the early teens, I remember moving from the safe entry-level pop music to the edgier sound of rock. Rock lyrics were often dirtier, more sexual and packed more bite. The lyrics of the Rolling Stones, Guns N' Roses, and Prince albums would also make some blush, but they also had more of a pulse. In this very similar way, I also remember my early attraction to comic book art and illustration, very similar, edgy, even dangerous looks. I think that, there's a lot to be said with like this edginess is really where our culture started to go off the rails, but hey, that's a different thing. This is J. Scott Campbell talking. When I'd walk into a comic shop those days, I'd felt more grown up. The Frazetta posters hung up in the shops where there were voluptuous women being rescued from serpents by these muscular men in similarly skimpy warrior outfits. The Dark Knight Returns, The Killing Joke both definitely felt dangerous, and certainly not all ages Batman I'd been seeing on TV till then. As much as self-righteous articles like this one just love to lecture us all on men with boners, as they so tastefully put it, the religious, uptight school marms with their rulers in hands, ready to whack us with the knuckles. Pretty interesting, as most of those people are fervently anti-religious as well. I'm proud to inform them that there are plenty of women out there who enjoy unapologetically drawn sexy female form as much as men who draw them. Don't believe me? I invite any of you to witness the makeup of my line at San Diego or New York Comic Con and see for yourselves. Or just glance around at the next con you attended and see all the enthusiastic young women who gravitate towards the sexier cosplay costumes. I'd also like to wrap up by reminding these critics that museums around the world are packed with artwork and sculptures depicting the human body undressed, occasionally sexually suggestive poses. I think J. Scott Campbell's, taking pop art and comparing it to like real Renaissance art is a silly, stupid thing that consumer art likes to do as well. But hey, again, this is his words, not mine. And throughout the history, there's been prudes writing saying these very same things, that these shouldn't be doing that. So don't pat yourselves on the back too much when you're the first to accuse art of simply boner-inducing. Many persecuting religions and political censorship champions have already been shaming art in the same lazy way for centuries. Again, I think there's a very big distinction between Frank Cho's stuff and J. Scott Campbell's stuff. some of which is pretty to look at, and some of which is over the top and just ridiculous and makes you roll your eyes at just how corny it is. And the actual like statues of David and the like, which are really just like phenomenal art. It's a very different thing. And these are not things that stand the test of time or act as any sort of art or anything like that. These are pop art, and comparing the two is ridiculous. So, but as it is, Frank Cho actually has been going through using OUTRAGE here, and he's doing it intentionally, calling them the OUTRAGE sketch cover series, and he's satirizing the comic book sexuality and fandom tropes as he goes through this, and he did a ton of these, and here's how much they all made. Here's your Thundercats right here. God, I would kill for a sports bra, she says, $1,500. Zatanna does one right here. And she's got almost $2,000 like this. This one's pretty gross with crypto getting mounted by the Bat Hound. That's disgusting stuff. $1,000. Nobody wanted that one. I can't believe somebody paid $1,000. What are you going to do with that? Like, you going to hang it on your wall? Oh my gosh. Jasmine Pop Holy Magnitude did $2,000. That one looks a little prettier is why. Here it is. She-Hulk high bid, $3,000 with Spider-Man about at bust high level there. Pretty funny. And then Storm high bid with $2,000. I'm no weatherman. That's a big storm front. Oh, that's pretty funny. And these are just entertaining humor right here, and some of them are ridiculous. Autobots, this is really ridiculous. Right there, it's pretty funny. Black Cat final bid, $4,500. That one actually looks better than most of them out there, and it's interesting. Power Girl final bid. This is kind of where she's got a lot there. Big enough for you, fanboy. $3,000. Look at how much money he made off all this. Wolverine. They did a Wolverine one, but I noticed the Wolverine one's not really sexualized as much. It's more just about his ridiculous fighting there. And then we got Street Fighter Cammy, Namor, and Ursula, and some more. We got the Boys did one. Again, oh yeah, the man milk. That's pretty gross. That's disgusting. The Black Cat one here, this is probably the prettiest one out of all of them right here, right there. And then this one with Shazam went a little too far, $2,000. Leia Organa, sale price withheld. I bet this went way, way high, more than anything. This is really pretty. This one actually has more... oh my gosh, this is gross though. With R2-D2 fantasizing about her. Another Wolverine one like the same. Power Girl, this one's a little over the line again. And then we got a couple more as we go through. And you could see all of these made thousands of dollars right here. I like this one with Supergirl. Like this one, again, I like the classic beauty thing more than like the over-the-top thing. I think it works a lot better, to be honest. And I think it's a much... I think the tasteful beauty is much better than some of this other stuff that's way over the top. But there's some pretty ones in here, and then there's some ones that are ridiculous. And of course, the lettering is what makes it just a joke and just being a middle finger to the industry that tried to cancel him over this. So he's making a ton of money of this, whether you like it or not, and that's that. That's J. Scott Campbell's version of it. Like I said, I think Frank Cho's stuff's over the top, and I think it is just eye roll worthy a lot of the time. Some of it looks pretty good, some of it doesn't, and it is what it is. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I appreciate you guys being here. I go and back to classic comics. We don't go too far with any of the Frank Cho level stuff. Check this out. This is real comics right here, and this is what we need to bring things back to. There's a third alternative between Marvel and DC wokeness, between Gooner slop. This is it right here, and we're bringing it to you for real. I appreciate you being here. We'll be back.